I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
Yes! You just made the list!
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Stuart Irvine. This is the special edition of the Josh and Stuart podcast, where this would be my predictions on No Mercy 2017. But before I start that, I would just like to thank everyone on Twitter when we set up after we done our first podcast, all the great support and how much you accepted us in Twitterverse. Really appreciate it. Was really shocked how massive it got and how much followers you got on the first couple of days we released it. Just like to say thanks for that. That's great. We really appreciate it. And also just to mention, obviously, because of that, Josh and I have set up a Survivor Series prediction game that Josh just put up a explanation of the rules that he just put up yesterday. So if you're not sure about the rules, getting involved in the prediction game, it should be the link to that will be in this podcast. Should explain it quite well. It's quite straightforward when explained. But yeah, so in this episode, I'm just going to talk. As I said, I'm just going to talk about my predictions of No Mercy 2017. In a show that looks pretty damn good, to be fair. I mean, this is the kind of show that would have been good if it was at SummerSlam. Should have been SummerSlam main event, but we all know not loving SummerSlam. Wasn't great, but wasn't bad either. But yeah, this is pretty good. It's a Raw exclusive, so it's just going to have the Raw superstars in it. The main event of it, or the main two events of it, are Roman Reigns versus John Cena, and the Universal Championship match between Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman. Pretty much the two main ones they're going for. So, instead of no further ado, let's get started. Let's start on telling my predictions of No Mercy 2017. So, first match I'm going to start with is the one that was just added Monday night on Raw. The WWE Intercontinental Championship match between the champion, The Miz, versus Jason Jordan. This match was really literally just set up like Monday Night Raw, when they had a six-pack challenge to decide the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. It was between the Hardy Boys, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, and obviously Jason Jordan. That Jason Jordan won. So yes, I mean, Jason Jordan they have set up quite well. I mean, since he's been suddenly just turned up on Raw after becoming Kurt Angle's illegitimate son, he's put him in some pretty high-profile matches. He's went against Roman Reigns, John Cena. He's lost them both times, but he's put in a great performance. And if you go by anything, the way they set up these things, he should be on course to win the title on Sunday. But I don't know. I mean, The Miz has been doing a great job as just since he's been the A-lister, and he's a great heel. And when the Intercontinental Championship's on him, it gives it more importance. I mean, and it would be more to Jason Jordan's best interest if it's more first time he challenges for it. He doesn't just win it outright. Because if it's anything, when you quickly push a guy, as we know, when you mean Roman Reigns, is that the fans might turn on him. So I personally don't think he should win it just yet. I think it should be more just like a proper rivalry where he keeps trying to get the title, but he just can't because of interference from the Miz entourage. So I would personally put the Miz to win this match, just because I think it'd be more important if he won it. I don't know when the next one, TLC, or just win it in the next pay-per-view, so we have enough time to build it. So it could be a bit more of a fulfilling if he wins it in the next pay-per-view. But I think what's going to happen is probably going to be a bit of shadiness with distraction from the Miz entourage, and they distract him, a roll-up finish, and a hold the tights or something, and the Miz retains. That's pretty much where I think it's going to go. So yeah, I mean, I'm not as excited as the other matches on the card, but I'm quite excited to see where this could go. But yeah, my prediction for this match is for the Miz to still be the WWE Intercontinental Champion. And the next match I'm going to look at is the Fatal 5-Way for the WWE Raw Women's Championship, where you've got the champion, Alexa Bliss, defending against Sasha Banks, a returning Bayley, Nia Jax, and Emma, for reasons. This match suddenly changed when Bayley returned from injury this week on Raw, because, just add her. I personally would have not added her at all, and maybe get a return after No Mercy, but, that's fantasy booking area. But yeah, I mean, I can't put my finger on who I think I want to win this match. When it was a fatal 4-way, I was going to go for Alexa Bliss to retain, because I don't know, I just think she's really good, like, heel champion, and I think this is not the pay-per-view, or just have a lengthy reign for a change, because the championship's been bouncing back and forth between Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss, and that's not cool. So, I mean, just keep it on someone for at least a month or two, maybe, just, mix up a little bit. But when Bayley's returned, it's really just thrown off my whole prediction. I mean, the storyline of this is pretty cool. Was Alexa Bliss has like a target on her back now. Everyone's going against her. Where like even her best friend in real life, or in storyline wise as well, Nia Jax is even turned against her because she wants the title as well. So, I mean, and then obviously you got returning Bayley as Zed, and obviously the Sasha Banks thing that could be a cool thing that could turn into a rivalry again. But with Sasha as a heel, because she is, if you want to say any NXT, she is so much better as a heel. So if there's anything from this match you can get is like Sasha Banks turns heel, that would be great. But my prediction for this match purely is because I think it's to set up that kind of like Sasha versus Bayley thing that I think they were going to go for at SummerSlam. Is that I would love if Bayley wins the match and she's happy, she's doing all the hugging, all that stuff. She's just won the title back that she lost. And then Sasha Banks turns on her, attacks her from behind, and sits there and raises the title. And then that could set up a match in the next pay-per-view. And it could be a cool thing, because everyone loves Sasha Banks. So that could be like a thing to actually turn them against her. So yeah, I mean, that's why I would want to go, personally. But I mean, we've got to talk about why is Emma in this match. I don't understand. I mean, I think she got a pinfall victory, and I think it was they didn't want to do a triple threat match, so they put her in the match to make it a fair 4-way to make it a bit more interesting. But now that Bayley's back, it feels pointless, and she wasn't on Raw this week anyway, so it feels like a fair 4-way anyway. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's not in this match a lot, or she gets attacked from behind before the match, maybe. But it's just a bit weird she's in this match. But yeah, so my predictions for this match is to be a new WWE World Champion with Bayley getting a victory. But I think Sasha's going to attack from behind and set up a cool little feud for the title. So my prediction is Bayley to become the new champ. And next, we are going to look at the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match between Neville, the champion, versus the number one contender, Enzo Amore. In a match that I think is too quick. It's too soon for Enzo Amore to be in this match. I mean, the guy's just been on 2i5 Live and joined the Cruiserweight division, couple of weeks? And now he's fighting for the title. I mean, obviously, the cool thing about Enzo Amore in the Cruiserweight division is he gives the personality that the division desperately needs, because none of them have really anything that makes them different in the division. So it's nice to see someone that's got like the personality and the suave and all that of the as Enzo Amore in it, as well as like Neville as a champion has really rejuvenated that division. So if you know what I mean. So I'm just a bit thinking it's too quick that Enzo's just going to just have a title shot. He's obviously not the most. He's more of a fighter, he's not really like does the high flying stuff, because he's not that kind of wrestler. And obviously when he got the number one contendership, he used the tights, so he technically cheated. So it's very strange how quickly he's got a title shot, pretty much. Obviously Neville, love Neville. I mean, ever since he turned heel and has been the cruiserweight, he's been amazing. He's just like, I love how arrogant the way he talks, the way he's just definitely just the perfect champion and the perfect foil for anyone if they get the right personality to just take him out. And obviously he's got that really cool submission finish he's got, and obviously the Red Owl that Stu is protected as hell. But yeah, I mean, the weird thing about this is also with Enzo Amore, obviously getting the title shot too quickly, is also the weird thing of when he was on Raw, the way he's been treated, he seems to get his ass handed to him. Keeps getting beaten up. Obviously this week, Braun Strowman destroyed him. I mean, I don't know what that guy's done backstage. I mean, I've heard rumours-wise that he's a bit arrogant and he's not liked and he's all that kind of stuff. But good God, I mean, I don't know what it is with WWE. They have this thing about, if you don't like you or you do something, then you're in the ring, you just get destroyed. But it doesn't look good for the Cruiserweight division, is your number one contender for that title is getting his ass whooped week after week on Raw, on live television, no less. Because obviously no one really watches 205 Live. So, I mean, good God. I mean, this is one of these matches that obviously Enzo Amore wins, it'd be great, yeah, but what would it look for the division if a guy that gets his ass whooped on Raw wins a title? It might demean it, doesn't make it important. So, I mean, for that reason alone, I think there's only one way you can go this match, really. I mean, Neville should retain, really. I mean, I think he's going to get a submission win on him. But yeah, I think Neville should win, and I think he will win. But I won't be surprised if they pull the trigger and put it on Enzo Amore, just to, spice up the division. That I don't think it might work, but I don't think it's a good idea the way you treat him on Raw to then give him the title, because it might make the Cruiserweight division look really weak. So yeah, so basically my prediction for this match is for Neville to retain the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. And next we're going to look at the first match of two that isn't a championship match, where we've got the Demon Finn Balor going against the Eater of Worlds Bray Wyatt, in a match that I thought was over at SummerSlam when Finn Balor beat him with the demon face paint stuff. But apparently, no, he's not. This was set up yet again in the Intercontinental Championship number one contender Battle Royal, where Bray Wyatt, the freaky music came up and went behind Finn Balor, folded him over top rope, costed him the chance at the Intercontinental Championship. So this is a match again. I think Finn Balor is not going to be wearing the face paint, purely to the fact that on Raw he was done a thing on the Titantron where he was talking about was that the demon was a creation of him, all his frustrations in life put into this character of the demon. So, and he was trying to build up what's more dangerous, the demon or the man that created the demon. That's an interesting concept. I think he's trying to put across that they're both equally as dangerous. So it doesn't matter what one you go for, is that, Finn Balor is a dangerous human being. I mean, when you look at it logically, I mean, think about Bray Wyatt did beat him when he didn't have the face paint, and then when SummerSlam he didn't beat him because Finn Balor won. So you could see storyline wise, it's sort of a conclusion to see, can Bray beat him without? Can he beat him without the face paint, basically? And I think that's the story they're trying to go for, but this is not what we wanted. I mean, Finn Balor should be probably involved in the Intercontinental Championship match. Probably should have won that Battle Royal. At least had a shot that was obviously won by Jeff Hardy. But yeah, I mean, no one wants to see this. I mean, Bray's, you can talk about Bray all day long. I mean, the guy's really cool character. I love his character, but it's just he's turned into a guy that he never backs up what he says. And I mean, the guy could have been huge, but they just booked him so badly. I mean, I was talking to Josh the other day about it, funny enough, and I thought about Bray being a face, because as a face, he doesn't have to change anything about his character. He just, instead of going against the faces, obviously he goes against the heels, and obviously it might make him more scary, because heels react very comically sometimes when they see demon or sort of cult figures. So it would be a cool thing to try and switch him to freshen him up because he's getting a bit bland. But yeah, I mean, but anyway, this match, it's gone off topic there. But yeah, I mean, this match, I mean, I don't see how Bray, because obviously Bray wins and it make the feud continue for the next pay-per-view, and I don't want that. I don't think anyone wants that. So for this one, I'm going to go, as I did at SummerSlam, for a Finn Balor victory. Now we're going to look at the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship match with the champions Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins defending against The Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus in a rematch of SummerSlam. I mean, I don't mind rematches because obviously I've just talked about Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor. That's obviously a rematch from SummerSlam. I mean, this, I don't know how to set this up. I mean, it's basically a rematch. Basically, The Bar, or, you know, Cesaro and Sheamus want their titles back. So they've triggered their rematch clause in, you know, contract, they say, and going to challenge him to try and get their title back. I mean, it's weird how to set this up a bit, because obviously they've got, obviously when Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins won the title, they defended against the Hardy Boys, so it was a pretty good match from Raw. And then obviously they've got the club, or, you know, Gallows and Anderson helping out the Bar, and so I think they're trying to set up like a fatal four-way for the title at some point. But I mean, at the moment, it's pretty interesting, this tag team division. It's more interesting than SmackDown, sadly. But yeah, I mean, obviously on Raw this week, they had the funny segment where you've got the Bar talking about, you know, how they're like working together and how, you know, good they were as champions. And then obviously, that's been like 2/3 of the old Shield came out, or Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, and obviously talking about, you know, how great they are and how blast they're having. And then, I mean, there was a funny bit where obviously the club came out and then obviously calling Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins nerds, and Dean Ambrose just like flipped, and it was pretty funny. I liked it because no one calls me a nerd, and they attacked them. I mean, they're pretty much setting up for like a triple threat tag team match for the title, or a fatal four-way if the Hardys are going to be involved. I do not know, but for this match, I mean, it was a good match first time, and I've got a feeling they're going to put another good match on because they're all great. I mean, obviously no beach ball this time, so no craziness from Cesaro. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to go for Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins to retain. I mean, I don't see why they would take them off too soon. I mean, it makes no sense. Obviously, the whole point was them to get back together to win the title. So if they're going to lose the title, it's going to be because of them not getting along. Because then that could set up, I don't know, a feud long down the road or something like that. But yeah, I don't see them not losing. I don't see them losing the title, if you know what I mean. I mean, Cesaro and Sheamus, I love them. I mean, they're really good. I mean, who would have thought this team that no one would have thought worked? I mean, no one would have thought it. I mean, when they got together, when it was like a whole like 7-pack series, the most boring one we ever seen, and then when they, after it, Foley, manager at the time, GM anyway, decided to say, yeah, become a team. And then you thought, oh god, this is going to be horrible. But it's turned out to be one of the best decisions and best for both of them, because they were getting a bit bland themselves. So yeah, so I'm interested to see where they go. But for this match in general, I think that Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are going to remain the WWE Raw Tag Team Champions. And now we look at the first of the two main events of the evening, where we look at the match between Roman Reigns and John Cena. This was a match that when John Cena was like the free agent and he decided to go to Raw, yeah, and obviously the first thing he said was like, I came for this specific reason, and Roman Reigns came out. And yeah, I mean, I was thinking, okay, this is going to be sort of like a face versus face deal, respect each other and all that stuff, and it's going to get a bit but oh my god, when they done that contract signing and they broke the fourth wall, they done exactly what they should have done in this feud, where John Cena just destroyed Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns got some good shots in there, but John Cena just destroyed him on the mic. I mean, but it's gone a bit bland after that. The other ones haven't been the same level promo wise, but they done exactly what they should have done with this match, and they made the audience choose, because obviously the stuff that John Cena and Roman Reigns are saying is exactly what us fans have been saying about both of them for the last couple of years. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's where he should have gone, and this is why I'm really excited for it, because I don't know where it's going to go. I mean, my prediction would be to go for Roman Reigns, because every time they put him in a high profile match, it's to try and put him over and make him look like the guy, the man, it's his yard now after retiring the Undertaker. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why. The first time in a while I've actually been excited for a John Cena Roman Reigns type match. It's surprising how really looking forward I am. I mean, it's just because obviously Roman Reigns has looked quite good on the mic. I think this is the best he's ever been on the mic, and because obviously that's his problem. He's just sort of, his mic skills aren't good, and then the reason we all turn on him because we know he's a forced creation, shoved down our throats because that the corporate, the system wants us to love this guy. But I mean, it's quite good that they even acknowledge that on, they acknowledge it, like broke the fourth wall. And the best line that John Cena said was, "I do this better part-time than you can ever do it full-time." And some of the lines were just so good. So it'd be interesting to see how this match goes. I'll be surprised if John Cena wins it, but I'm going to go for this match, Roman Reigns to beat John Cena. And now to look at the last match on the card, and the match I am most looking forward to watching is the WWE Universal Championship match between the champion Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman. I mean, God, I've never been excited for a match more than this one for a very long time. I mean, the way they've pushed Braun Strowman is insane. Again, they've shown that they can create new stars if they have the courage and book him the right way. And they have with this guy. I mean, the guy's a monster, a beast. I mean, he could be the next Brock Lesnar. Maybe. And I've never seen Brock Lesnar being, manhandled like that in a long time. Not since the Big Show days back in the early 2000s. I mean, when he just started. I mean, except for that. I mean, good. It's just insane. And the way he probably should have won it at SummerSlam. That's what I was. I mean, we all know if you thought it's that, match at SummerSlam. I mean, it's wow, just so wow. It's just way he just like destroyed everyone. Should have probably won it, and I'm quite surprised you haven't left this match for like maybe Survivor Series type match or TLC. But my God, I mean, the way they've been booking it is quite good as well. Basically, like as I said, Brock's just been is getting destroyed. He's like, this is no one he's ever faced since he's returned. It's just destroying him. I mean, just like, body slams through the table, all that kind of stuff. And obviously Brock's like respecting him because he's finally got a legit challenge, but it's really good. I mean, I personally am going to go for Braun Strowman purely for the fact that I think I watched another review on this, and you sort of said, just pull the trigger on this guy. Go all the way. Give him the title and just let him have it to WrestleMania. Because everyone thinks he's a legit, and everyone's behind him. So just make him just let the guy just be champion, and no one can touch him. They try, but no one can defeat the beast, the monster, Braun Strowman. Because obviously there's rumours that Brock's after WrestleMania is going to leave. I mean, how many times have we heard them rumours over the years? But I think I don't know what more Brock can do anyway. But I just think I don't see any logical reason to Brock to keep having a title unless they're going to push the sort of rumours for the WrestleMania main event this next year with Roman Reigns versus Brock again for the title, for the Universal title. I'm not too keen on, but if we have Braun as a champion, Roman Reigns, that could work. That could be cool. I mean, it might not be WrestleMania caliber, but if they've booked it quite well, so they book it right, then it'd be good. I mean, unless you do like Roman Reigns actually turn heel, we all desperately want him to do, and Braun be like the baby face sort of, will not be like clean cut, but he'd be like the sort of badass guy that we all love, that kind of stuff. Then yeah, that could work, but it won't be where to go. But I'm gonna go hope that Braun Strowman is the new WWE Universal Champion, because I think he deserves it. I mean, he's been absolutely one of the most entertaining guys since the brand split. It's just the guy that's really been entertaining as hell. And he's a monster. So if you want to have like a roadblock for someone and he can create great, and I don't think he's been in a bad match this year as well. So yeah, give him the title, let him run with it, let him be rewarded for his good work he's done this year and since the brand split, and just give him the title. Because I don't think Brock's going to be too bothered. I mean, as someone said, Brock doesn't need the Universal title. The Universal title needs Brock Lesnar because to make it legit. But to make it like Braun Strowman legit is he beats the guy that ended the streak. And yeah, I mean, it's been done before, but God, think about it. Brock Lesnar is huge. So if he can beat him, I mean, what a start for his title reign. That he beat the Beast. That only like one or two people have done. Would be amazing. So yeah, I would go for him. I mean, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that Braun Strowman is the new Universal Champion. So yeah, that is it. That is my predictions for No Mercy 2017. Hope you enjoyed. Obviously, let me know if you agree or disagree with my predictions. I mean, it's the whole point of the whole thing is discussion of just wrestling. Yeah, I mean, I'm really forward to it. It's going to be great. It should be great. On paper, it should be a pretty solid pay-per-view, but you don't know. WWE sometimes do mess this up a lot. Yeah, so this is one of my predictions. Obviously, me and Josh are planning to, at some point, probably next week, record our No Mercy debate, where we discuss the two main events and just have a good the debate and discussion about what one's better. Obviously, Josh got the first No Mercy in UK in Manchester, England, where it was Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, and Triple H in a triple threat match. And I got the No Mercy 2008 main event, where I got HBK, Shawn Michaels versus Y2J, Chris Jericho in a ladder match. And God, I've been watching that a lot, and it's going to be an interesting debate because I've got a feeling I'm going to win because I've got so much more to talk about. But yeah, and then obviously the way we do me and Josh are going to meet up and going to discuss our thoughts on No Mercy 2017. So hopefully you can be, you're listening to that. Hopefully that'll be soon. So yeah, if you want to follow us, you can follow us on Twitter at Josh and Stu Pod. And obviously the same with our email. If you want to contact us in any way, just go joshandstewpodcasts@gmail.com. If you want to let us know, or obviously people involved in the prediction stuff, send us your, was it as early as, if you can send it before, obviously the pay-per-view Sunday. So yeah, hope you enjoyed my predictions, and I'll speak to you guys soon. So bye.